This is the commercial. The commercial way. Comrade Lamte Oriake. Live on Facebook and YouTube. Like us, follow us, and be the first to know. This is the commercial. The commercial way. Comrade Lamte Oriake. Live on Facebook and YouTube. Like us, follow us, and be the first to know. This is the commercial.
Yes. Hello. A very good evening, good morning, good afternoon to you all, depending on where you are joining us from. This is the Comrade Show, and my name is Comrade Lamte Oriake. This evening, it's actually, of course, it's night time now where I am. We've got some things to talk about, and I want to, join everyone who is joining me to please share the broadcast. Because we've got some issues to talk about. Of course, I already see my sister Josephine Izeyamu. Thank you very much for joining. God bless you, and very good evening to you, Josephine, joining from Dallas. Please let's share the broadcast. Let's get some numbers together so we can rub minds. Because where we are right now, we are already confronting a situation that is attaining an alarming, a proportion, as it were, and it's a matter of concern, not just to the Edo State government, of course, should be to all Edo people. Unfortunately, we are still approaching some of these issues, with some very lackadaisical attitude and all that, and if all hands are not on deck and we don't take the matter of COVID-19 seriously, some of us are really, really afraid for tomorrow. And of course, the governor of Edo State and the government of Edo State is already taking the measures very seriously. A lot of things are already in place right now. And of course, from our end, we intend to dwell very much on this, talk about it. We're going to keep on talking about it so that the awareness and sanitization can actually go around, as it were, until the system adjusts itself, to the present norm, as it were, so that we can avoid the risk of the many dangers associated with COVID-19. While we are going to be discussing and updating us on the issue of COVID-19 as it relates to Edo State and what the government of Edo State is equally, is doing right now to ensure that Edo State, stays on top of the game. We're actually going to be talking about some other things, including the Edo Street Lighting Project, which the Comrade Show, started a few weeks back. Just some updates. So please, because it's very important broadcast, because the information we're going to be sharing here is very important, I really want to appeal to us to share this broadcast. Let's get the numbers together. Yes, I want to thank Omonigo Olumensi for joining the broadcast. I want to thank Dorin Amata. Thank you so very much. God bless you for joining. Dorin, please share the broadcast. Let's share the broadcast. Sunrise, kudos to you. Thank you so very much. God bless you. Jennifer Agbe, thanks for joining. Please, let's share the broadcast. Let's get the numbers together. This subject matter is very important. It's important because it's not a matter of life and death, and it is not something that we are going to joke with at all. For Edo people and Nigerians who live elsewhere, particularly in Europe and America, of course, they know exactly what is happening with COVID-19 and how ravaging it's been, for the Americas, and of course, for Europe, as it were, and all that. And for some of us, I think we have been very grateful to God that the experience of Europe and America is much different from that of Nigeria. However, it doesn't give room for us to be complacent, particularly now that scientific evidence abound that there are different variants right now springing up from everywhere. The UK, for instance, is battling right now to put the new variant, that's they claimed came from South Africa, working very hard to keep it under control. In the past days, records have been showing that over 1,000 people have been dying daily in the UK. I think within the last 24 hours now is when we've had the report of about 500 and something, which is still too much. We're talking of human beings, not mosquitoes or rats, okay, dying in their numbers, all owing to COVID-19. Some contracted it, and in less than 3 weeks they are gone, okay, and all that. This is what I'm saying right now. It's not a hearsay matter, okay. I remember some 2 weeks ago, I drove my wife to a place where she was to work. You understand? A home for elderly people, and when she got there were about 8 residents in that particular home where she was going to work. And I'm just sharing some life experience with you guys. About 8 residents were there, and she immediately called me. So before I could just leave it, she called me. I drove back. What's happening? She came out. She said, "Man, she's just scared." I said, "What's happening?" She said she's just been informed that everybody in this home has got COVID-19. Now that was not even the scary part. The scary part aspect was that there were 29 persons in that home. Okay, 29 persons. And in less than 2 months, they had all died. It was now left with 8 of them, and they had all died of COVID-19. Okay, in less than 2 months, it was now left with 8 of them. Now, this is not a funny business. Now, when she told me, and I said, "Man, look, are you sure you want to continue with this job tonight?" Well, the profession demands that she's got to continue and all of that. So she had to just, be in her best protective gear to, go do the job. Do you know, before daybreak, amongst the 8 of them that were left there, okay, 1 of them died that same night. You understand what I'm saying now? Before daybreak, 1 of them died that same night and all that. They all died of COVID-19. She's not been there to work again ever since. It's been like 2 weeks plus, so we probably don't know, if anybody is still left there and all that. So apparently, what we are grappling with is a very serious matter, and I am trying to establish this because it's heart-wrenching that till date we still have a lot of our people, Nigerians, Edo people, who just boldly make claims that COVID-19 does not exist. If it does, it's not in Nigeria. Now, within the last 72 hours, over 70 cases have been confirmed in Benin City, in Edo State. Over 70 cases, okay, within the last 72 hours. Now, I want to, of course, give kudos to the governor of Edo State for his effort so far. From the records right now that we have, based on what government is telling us right now, Edo State has increased our testing capacity to about 600 per day, which I think, given the Nigerian factor and the way we are, which I think is excellent, and all of that, and according to the record shows that places like UBTH, Central Hospital, Specialist Hospital, Lily Hospital, okay, these are, test centers and all of that. And the government has equally procured some laboratory equipment to equally aid, testing and all of that. But what is most worrisome about Nigeria vis-a-vis those states is that the whole world is changing their way of living. There's a new normal, and all of that. All of this is in effort for the world to beat COVID-19. But while the whole world is adjusting their way of living, we see Nigeria and Nigerians, we see Edo people in Edo State still living like, nothing they happen. Okay? The risk that poses is enormous. You understand? It's enormous. And the whole idea that a lot of people are still floating the idea you know, that, oh, the COVID-19, now talk that they talk, and it's not in Nigeria and all of that. My people, I want to appeal to all of us. COVID-19 is real. You know, the news you hear that, oh, somebody died of COVID-19, the other one died of COVID-19. We are getting that news now being increasingly reported in Nigeria. As a matter of fact, Lagos State right now is on red alert. Lagos State right now with COVID-19 is on red alert. Now, the worry that some of us worry, which is why I'm making this broadcast this evening, is that with all the what's it called, the structures, you know, in Europe and America, with all they've got to combat, you know, disease and all of that, today we see what COVID-19 is doing to Europe and America. Now, you ask yourself, where do we stand? If COVID-19 ravages Nigeria the way it's been doing in Europe and America, what do we think is going to happen? We don't have capacity for testing. No, we don't have a near zero capacity. We don't even have facilities in case of emergencies. We don't have. We virtually we are not prepared to fight COVID-19 scientifically. We are not prepared as a people, and so it's important that we understand that this is not something we are going to joke with. Yesterday, people were uploading photos and videos of a lot of Edo people in parties, partying away, and all of that. No observation of social distancing, nothing. I mean, it's really sad, and it's frightening. It's frightening because at the end of the day, when COVID-19 ravages anywhere, the COVID-19 is not the respecter of anybody. It doesn't look at those who were lackadaisical. It doesn't look at those who were reckless. It moves from anybody. You can go to a party, you pick it up, and you bring it home to your aged mother. You bring it home with your children. Normally, party. If COVID-19 was even working here, why? If it's going to affect, let it affect those that have been reckless. Probably some of us we won't be stressing ourselves. But somebody will pick it up from a party, probably go enter a public transport, a bus, or a river, move ahead. At the end of the day, before you know what is happening, this thing has got the capacity to reach everybody. And never careful say here. The only sensible thing that we can do as a people is to observe the measures, to respect the rules set by government. Today, the government of Edo State, ably led by the deputy governor of Edo State, was all around, moving from place to place, trying to observe and find out how people are observing the rules of engagement. Okay, that is the effort government is making. But those of us who are supposed to be obeying the rules, the Edo people, many of us have taken COVID-19 to become a myth, you know, and all of that. That is the way we are approaching it. And we are saying the way we are approaching it, the perception we have of COVID-19 is reckless and it's dangerous. People will use mask instead of using the nose mask to cover their nose, their mouth and everything. It's yes, we're not doing even decoration. And at the end of the day, this is unwise. Just to give some information, like I said before, I want to praise the effort of the government of Edo State. They've increased testing capacity to about 600 per day, and which is very, very good. Of course, information equally reaching us equally says that hundreds of policemen, you know, if I'm not about 200 policemen have been, you know, of course, saddled with the responsibility of patrolling the state to ensure that people, you know, are complying with the rules of COVID-19. Police constables have been deployed seriously to ensure that, you know, all that is, you know, happening. The government in itself too, Edo State government has equally set out rules, okay, for people to observe. Now, there are general rules. The general rules is that let us observe social distancing. Let us observe social distancing. It's very important. That's one. The second aspect is this. We must always use, particularly when we are outside of our houses, we must always use our nose mask. I lo say egboma. You know what I'm saying? Now we must always use our nose mask. We must imbibe the habit of using our nose mask. Now that does two things. One, it helps you, okay, very seriously. It helps you defend you in a way not to contract the disease easily if somebody close to you is having it. And again, it equally helps if you are having it not to transmit it to others easily. Okay? Then importantly, we must now begin to wash our hands every minute, every second. Or anytime you use your hand to do anything, wash it. That is one of the best, ways of tackling this matter. However, let us look at some of the rules, by government. And government is very serious about these rules. I'm going to share some of them. The market guidelines. I'm going to share this photo of market guidelines. Let me see, put that there. If you look at this now, so these are market guidelines, by government. We're going to be going through these guidelines. Please share this broadcast, my people. Share this broadcast. Let's get more people together. One, it says use face mask. Okay, use of face mask is very compulsory. Government is saying that the use of face mask is very compulsory. Hand washing stations with running water and liquid soap must be provided at all markets. Okay, that instructed that water and soap should be provided at all markets. This is very important. The physical distancing must be maintained in markets, shops, and malls. I hope that government is able to enforce this. That in our market, the people should start observing, social distancing. If we're able to observe social distancing with a mask and the water, then we are getting close to combating this menace. Then number 4, it says alternate opening days for stores, and yes, must be observed. Okay, alternate opening days. Okay, I hope this can be managed. These are the rules they have set for market, environment, as it were. And I think these rules are necessary because if you look at it, we have a very peculiar way of living our own lives as a people. The peculiarity of our own way, it means that we need to now adapt these rules to our own system, our own kind of system. I'm sure this is why this is coming, and this is why these things are relevant. You understand? Of course, the government equally, have equally released the COVID-19 rules for religious places, for churches. I'm going to make my own commentary concerning some of these things. I'm going to make my own commentary concerning them. But I'm going to want us to look at the rules set by government right now for religious places, for churches, and all of that. And I'm going to read through them. Religious guidelines. Okay, these are guidelines set by government. I'm just reading this thing for the first time. Let's go through them. It's a hand washing stations with running water and liquid soap. Alcohol-based hand sanitizers must be provided. Must be provided. Okay, at entry and exit points. Okay, hand washing stations must be established at entry and exit points, in churches, and with hand sanitizers. Okay, it's number 2. Temperature checks at entrance points must be conducted. The government is saying that religious leaders must now begin to get these facilities, to ensure that they do a temperature check, because one of the ways of knowing that, one of the, symptoms of COVID-19 is actually, temperature, body temperature, hot temperature, I think up to 37 and 38. From there, we start being suspicious. The face mask must be worn. Must be used correctly and consistently, even in church. The seating should not exceed maximum of 30% of capacity per section. That's what they said for churches. Number 5, ensure physical distancing at least 1.5 meters. Well, some of us will say 2 meters at least. Number 6, length of meetings should not exceed 1 hour. For the church services, government is saying that we must not stay in church for more than 1 hour. Please let us observe these rules. Then number 7 says, allow break in between sessions for the contamination process. Okay, what this is saying that when we're in church, after some time we need to break, and just equally allow some go out and let's allow some air to come into the church and all those kind of things. The children below 12 years and adults above 60 years should stay at home. Okay, I think I like this. These are the very vulnerable, particularly those above 60 years. They have in a very vulnerable class. They should stay at home and not go to church for now. Sensitization on COVID prevention should be done during every church meeting. So the church equally take it as a responsibility and as a duty to sensitize members. Please, let's share this broadcast. It's important, but we are just trying to share some of these things. Even while some people are still living in that myth, we are hoping that they can come away from that and understand that this matter that we are talking about is serious. As far as I'm concerned, with all due respect, as far as I am concerned, government has placed some age, you understand what I'm saying? Some people, older people should stay at home. I think that's very relevant. That is key. To be very honest, I think that for now, okay, churches and religious houses in Nigeria should be closed. For now, let us keep this matter under control. There should be total closure for now, as it is in the West, because this matter we need to. Government need to take this matter more seriously, because at the end of the day, what we do not do now, it's exactly what happened in the UK. What UK needed to have done from the word go, they didn't do it. And I see they were dilly-dallying here and there. But by the time this thing struck, what they ought to have done, they need to have done, like weeks before or months before, they now started doing. In fact, we're not even doing it at a level that is very, very alarming. So I honestly think that with cases rising right now in Edo State, I think that all religious places should be closed for now. Then there should be serious arrangements on how to monitor how markets, particularly these our own public marketplaces are conducted. You understand what I'm saying now? How things happen. There should be serious monitoring. This is one of the ways we must ensure that social distancing is observed to the highest across the state. Not because some parts and not going to happen for some parts across the entire length and breadth of the state. This is important, because we will ride more we go, and ahead when they are alive now they make money. Okay, I am saying this because some of us we can talk about COVID-19 because we know what this matter is. We know it. I suffered it terribly. You understand? And what I suffered, I honestly understand why people who are older are not surviving it that much. Because what happened, though people experience this thing differently. People experience it differently. But what I went through when I had COVID-19, you know what I'm saying? I doubt how many adults, senior citizens would have it, particularly those with underlying health conditions, will have it and come out of it alive. You understand what I'm saying? So I think prevention, like they say, is better than cure. For those who are still thinking and living in that whole, what's it called, myth that COVID-19 is not existent, I am appealing to you. COVID-19 is existent. It's real. It's in Nigeria. The one that Edo State now just confirmed about 72 cases in the last 72 hours. Now, these cases have been confirmed. Okay, it is not like the capacity for testing is so much, but within that limited capacity that we have for testing, we are confirming this now, which means that this matter is already within the system, probably doing some damage. You understand what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, and again, previously we had been a bit like Osaweseo. I mean, it is not this matter is not rampaging, in Nigeria, but because of the issue of having this variant here and there, mutation and everything, this virus has been around for a while. So if this thing is now spreading in Nigeria the way it is being alluded to, it is possible that a particular variant that is able to survive, the Nigerian weather condition and every other thing is probably out there right now. Because right now the thing is spreading seriously in Lagos with the way the matter has been reported right now in Edo State. It equally means that something's really happening right now in Edo State. So we all have a duty, not just to protect ourselves, but to protect everyone around us. So if we are complacent, we are not just putting our own lives at risk. We are putting everybody, not even just your family, everybody. Because it's airborne. You understand what I'm saying now? And it's everything. The way it's spreads is in every way. So my people, I just want to appeal. Government has equally gone ahead, to add. You understand what I'm saying? To add that there will be sanction for those who refuse to obey these rules and these guidelines. You understand what I'm saying? That there will be sanction. Punishment is there. Punishment await those who violate COVID-19 rules. So I think that this one is good. If there should be some deterrent, and I think that is what the Edo State government is doing right now. The reason why I'm happy with what the Edo State government is doing is they are trying their best right now to adapt the rules of engagement as far as COVID-19 is concerned. They want to adapt it to our own kind of system as a people, and I think that is very important. And please, I want to quickly appeal. This is the Comrade Show page. It's my page. Okay, do not comment rubbish on this page as far as COVID-19 is concerned. If you want to be complacent, okay, go ahead and be complacent. Don't comment rubbish as far as this matter is concerned. Some of us, we have families in that country. Some of us have parents in that country, and everybody is at risk. For those of you who are still making comment to say coronavirus is not real, I think that is a misguided statement, and I think that people like that immediately should be spotted and even arrested if that comes to the case, and they should be taken out of the system. 1,000 people plus they are dying in the UK on a daily basis. Thousands are dying in America on a daily basis, and you are sitting out there and saying COVID-19 is not real. And you people are there spreading information, convincing a lot of other people. Even today, I was talking to an aged mother of mine, women getting COVID-19, and because of some of you are spreading all across in the country, and the one was like, we're showing Enana Giliroa. People are saying we're Egiliroa, Yarigo. What are you guys talking about? Until you die of it before you know that COVID-19 is real, or you think that the world is just joking. Everywhere is head up like this. Nothing is moving. No business, nothing, everything is just head up because of COVID-19. And you stand there, you are saying COVID-19 is not real. Please don't make such useless comments on my wall. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna probe through my wall. I see such useless comments. I'm not going to remove or block just such a person. If the person is my friend, I will unfriend the person. I will unfriend the person because you guys don't know what we are dealing with. For those who are still living in that world of unseriousness, you don't know what we are dealing with right now. I see people just come and write useless comments on my wall. Please stay your lane. If you don't want to listen to me, stay on your own, man. I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you. I'm going to talk to those who want to listen, who understand the seriousness of what we are talking about. I'm using this page, to pursue progress, to pursue, the health and safety. So don't come and comment rubbish on this page. I will not just only block you, I will unfriend you, I will block you from my page forever. Kind of this thing. You think Edo State government is stupid? You think they are stupid coming up with these rules, trying to make sure everybody obey it? We have a peculiar situation where successive governments in Nigeria, they brought us down to the minimum that we can't even be prepared to even deal with anything that comes. Many of us are afraid. Truly, I am scared, to be very honest. I am very, very, very scared. I have families right there. I have old people in the families, mothers, fathers, grandparents, all of them, they are there. Some of them are not strong. They are not even as strong as you are because you are a young person. Then you come here and commit rubbish. Please, I don't no rubbish comments. But anybody who comes to my wall, let them see positives, let them see reasons why they should come to my wall. All the things you people are promoting here and there. Nigerians are just you. At the end of the day, where? That's not what our country is about. Where? We have a misguided federal government right there. God has been so merciful all this while. Throughout the whole of last year, we didn't have any outbreak. Now the matter we don't know right now. Now the cases are increasing. They are on the increase. And some of you are out there even using your platform, your social media platform, to talk about and advise people not to accept vaccine, not to do this, and you are not talking about any alternatives. This is a country so blessed with everything. Nobody, no structure has been able to galvanize the people with science or tradomedical doctors. Or what can we do? What can we do to provide some level of support for our people, medically and otherwise? We have no capacity for research or anything. We don't even spend money on those things. We steal money, spend on National Assembly, do this. A budget already had, it will be next to zero. No research, nothing. The people right now who are come up with COVID-19 vaccine, they are earning billions. People invested in those institutions. As things are right now, Nigeria has now discovered her own vaccine, or they have discovered their own cure, because we have invested in our own research. We have put our tradomedical doctors together and empower them to come up with a cure for COVID-19. Lucky Lator, I've not only just blocked you, I'm only going to make sure that I block you forever from the Comrade Show, because you are not worth it at all. You are not worth it. I will take my time to go through all the comments. You understand what I'm saying now? And all those people who hold all this kind of useless views, to be very honest, misguided views. Okay? And I hope that as complacent as you are, you will experience COVID-19. And Una is if you survive the probably you will come and tell your story. My editors, I don't know whether you guys are watching this program right now from wherever you guys are. If you are there, please just follow up all these comments. Anybody you block, make sure you follow it. Make sure the person does not access the Comrade Show anymore. Anybody you block, because what we are doing here is a very serious matter. So my people, to be honest, look, man, I am not happy. I am angry. I am angry because there are still people who are so let me not use very harsh words, who are so seriously misguided, who appear to have their brains behind their back. They probably don't listen to news. They don't even know what is happening. Okay, but for those who care to listen, please let us not play into this myth, into this idea that COVID-19 is non-existent. Please, I'm appealing to Nigerians, because COVID-19 does not follow ID card. It does not know who is who. You understand what I'm saying now? Somebody from Sokoto can pick up COVID-19, and in less than 24 hours, he may have transmitted that matter to somebody who is going to Zamfara, who is going to Enugu, who is going to Delta, who is going to Edo State. So this is where the matter is really, really bad. And again, the world is this is not the first time the world is having a pandemic. The world is always experiencing pandemics here and there. So COVID-19 is not different. Every pandemic that has visited this world has always been sorted out with a vaccine. And I think that is the next area I actually want to talk about. I think that right now, the government of Nigeria, whether at the federal level or the state level, they should combine effort to ensure that we have vaccines available, particularly for the most vulnerable in the society. All those human beings who are just saying, man, why vaccine? Why this? Look, let's not be blinded. Let's not be blinded. If the government of Nigeria, if they've got any data about the vaccine, they should get the vaccine. Let them get their scientists to work. Let them begin to look at the what's it called, the capacities of this vaccine, and all of that. I expected that when COVID-19 started since 2019, that, or maybe early 2020, we probably should have been able to have, get our scientists to work by investing in research. Get our own traditional medical doctors to work by investing in research. But we are there. Copy. Oh, UK is locking up. Okay, let us equally lock up. Oh, UK is opening up. Okay, let us open up. We don't have our own. We don't come up with our own, policies that we marry our own kind of situation, peculiar situation. And that is why, look, I praise the government of Edo State right now. They are they come up with rules right now to adapt it to our own peculiarity. Nigeria does not live like the West. We live in crowded markets. We use public buses that are crowded. Right now, the bus that normally take, a move 442, normally take 10 passengers. That bus right now should not take. In fact, a bus in the capacity to even take other two buses. They don't have capacity to even take more than 2 people right now. These are things we are talking about now. Okay, long buses should be provided. You understand what I'm saying now? With serious observance of the social distancing. Because if we experience a wave of COVID-19, oh my God, in Nigeria, if we experience a wave of COVID-19, it will be terrible. It will be. That is my pain. That's my grief. That's my pain right now. That's my pain right now. That's my pain right now. Some people have come out to discredit the vaccine and this and that and that. Whatever claims you are making, what is the alternative? What is the alternative that you are providing? While we are in this, some of the pastors are encouraging everybody to come to church. Crowded. At the end of the day, the real question is, are you actually interested in their salvation, or you are just interested in something else? Honestly. This one they call Evans Indians. Imagine they think Giore Imahe, okay? Anyhow, I will go through this wall later. But I just want to say, my people, COVID-19 is real, and it's getting alarming right now. Lagos is already alarmed by it. Okay, Lagos is already alarmed by it. Edo State is getting alarmed by it. Today, I saw a footage today of the deputy governor of Edo State when he was going around trying to see how people are complying with COVID-19 rules and regulations and all of that. I saw, how furious he was at some human beings and all that. You understand? If many of us don't have statistics, the government actually have statistics. They know exactly what is happening. Okay, they've done well now to increase the capacity. Okay, testing capacity and all that. And I think that the capacity should be increased more. A lot more tests should be carried out. You understand? And again, that important matter in this matter is that, man, look, if you are ill, you have fever, everything is not malaria, everything is not a typhoid fever. If you have fever, you are running temperature. You have lost your sense of taste and of smell. Okay, you are coughing. Okay, It can be one or two of these. Okay, please self-isolate. Take yourself away from the public. Don't go to any public place. Stay indoors and take care of yourself for 10 days. But it could be COVID. It may not be, but we don't know. Okay, if you are running temperature up to 38, please just self-isolate. If you start coughing, sudden cough, once in a while, cough, non-stop, having more episodes of cough on a daily basis, please self-isolate. Because it could be COVID. If you have lost your sense of taste and of smell, self-isolate. If you are having some kind of headache or COVID, a forehead in this frontal lobe, or they heavy. If you are having such kind of headache, self-isolate. If you are having diarrhea plus fever, please self-isolate and watch yourself. Let's see what happens. Don't mix up with people, not the families. Just self-isolate, so that if it's what you got, you are a younger person, you can actually go through it and survive it. Drink plenty of water. You understand what I'm saying now? Use a paracetamol to make sure you keep the temperature down. Plenty of water. They look for things that help immune system. We have lots of them. Organic things. Have a pear, avocado pear. These are very good things. Have a lime. Lime has a good capacity for not too much of it. You understand me now? And all that. Have a ginger. Other gio. These are very good things we have that helps our immune system. You understand what I'm saying now? Then for those ones that they are bitter leaf, we grind it. You understand what I'm saying now? Or squeeze the water out of it and just drink. They are not cure for COVID, but they help to build our immune system, so that the immune system can help to generate those cells that can help to fight the virus itself, as it were. So even whether we have COVID or we don't have COVID, it is necessary that we start observing the kind of things we eat. You understand what I'm saying? Because people actually have this COVID, how are they like? They don't even experience anything. So the body will just be hot for a day and that's it. You understand what I'm saying? And these are some of the symptoms. So it's advisable, for us as a people, but those in Nigeria and in those states especially, let us begin to embrace those organic things, and start eating those things a lot more. More fruits. You understand what I'm saying now? There's some of these other things, you understand? Let us, those who can go to internet, Google it, you can get some things that are, very good immune builders, you understand, that we can be eating. Bitter cola. It's a very powerful, matter as well, that has got some very good elements in it that helps the immune system. You understand? Some of them contain natural zinc. You understand? And all that. Then I have discovered that vitamin D is very important. As I'm here right now, I am honestly craving to have sunlight. Let's say they were traveling in Africa for sunlight. My man. So we have it there, okay? Sunlight in the mornings and sunlight in the evenings. Or when? Let us bring ourselves out and of course shade ourselves under this sunlight. You understand what I'm saying? I'm taking a lot of it. These ones will help equally to enhance our vitamin D. A lot of the food we eat already contains zinc. So these are things too that can help to ensure that even if the virus enters the body, they can easily just fight them off. You understand what I'm saying? These are probably some of the things that have been helping us, which we need to observe more, and of course, befriend a lot more. The things we take into our body. Let us drink a lot of water, more water on a daily basis. You understand what I'm saying? And to keep our, keep our kidney, working, very well, and all of that. So I'm saying all of this because it's necessary. If when I had COVID, a nutritionist friend of mine just came and said, "Man, look, bro, I was taking an ambulance to as an emergency on 3 occasions. There was no bed. I'm talking of April last year. There was no bed. You know how frustrating it is when you need medical attention, you can't get it. That a stage of winner or my son and I don't move ventilator nowhere. It is not yet the stage of ventilator, so just go home. 3 occasions, I was taken in an ambulance to the hospital. On three occasions, I was asked to go back home. A nutritionist friend of mine, may God bless him. That man is from, I think he's from Jamaica. Called me and said, "Look, Lamte, what you got to do, okay? We've got to just make sure that we put you on immune builders." And the man went to the market. May God bless that young man. Went to the market. He's a taxi driver. Bought so many things. You know, berries, so many things. And I ordered some other things from African shop. And I started making some of these things. Now, only God knows what I did go through. COVID is one funny thing. Is also about even if anybody experiences it, let it not be serious. But I tell you what it is like. If you have malaria, you know you have malaria. If you have belly ache, you know you have belly ache. If you have chest pain, you know you have chest pain. You treat for it. You treat what you have. If you've got headache, you know you've got headache. It's always one thing or two things at the same time. You understand what I'm saying now? You treat for. But in the case of COVID, it is everything at once. Headache. First, you will just lose your sense of taste and of smell. People don't experience all of these symptoms, so but I'll tell you, in my own case, then in my chest, it was like razor blade, nail, pins, different kind of things. They were fighting their own war inside my own chest. Now there was this mucus, this scatter in my throat, like you feel it there. It is blocking the throat, but it is not coming out. Or it doesn't come out. Then the body temperature, then or even some days after the diarrhea do they buy. Then the level of what's it called body weakness. Oh my God! It's at some point you just lie like almost lifeless. Like you can't even lift your feet. You can't even feel any part of your body. But you know that when you are alive. Then a breath loss under the fair. Oh shit! No, man, no. I don't want to recount this anymore. This is what COVID is. So when you hear people dying in their hundreds, in their thousands, and all of that, on a normal way, if it gets to that stage, there is no way the person can survive it. We have a lot of our parents that are elderly in Nigeria. Old people, elderly people. Some of whom may not be able to even survive. And some of them even have underlying health conditions. Now you see that where there is no way we cannot be concerned that people are complacent. There is no way. Because at the end of the day, the thing is not going to say, okay, Peter Nahin, let me just deal with Peter and leave John alone. The thing wants to take everybody on. So we can fight it if we change our culture. If we change our culture, we can fight it. All we need to do is to change our approach. And that approach is, let us embrace using our own nose mask. Let us ensure that we observe social distancing. Let everybody be a suspect. Suspect everybody that comes near. And maintain your distance from everybody. Wash your hands all the time, everywhere you go. Wash your hands everywhere. Every you go outside, as you are coming, wash your hands. If you can afford it, hand sanitizers. I don't know. I just hope that government is providing some of these things at everywhere in the marketplaces. Hand sanitizers. But you use your hand sanitizer. You can wash your hands as often as can possibly be. Let us avoid all these, bedu, party. For now, let us join the world to fight COVID, because it will not make sense that UK will fight COVID to a standstill at some point. America will do, Europe will do, everybody will do. That will be the time when Nigeria will be wallowing in COVID. It will not make any sense. It is now we can fight it and fight it together. I am concerned about this, seriously. Somebody is saying that I should tell everybody to use chloroquine. Scientifically, I cannot talk about chloroquine scientifically, but I know that I'm asking everybody to take chloroquine, but I know that a pharmacist friend of mine has told me that, you know, people can be taking chloroquine once weekly, you know, like every Sunday or every Saturday. You understand what I'm saying? And all that, you know, one morning, one evening, you know, weekly like that. You understand? I honestly don't know. But I think that if people need to equally do that, they need to be guided. You know, visit the pharmacist, or visit you know, a doctor who knows, or any health personnel who knows about this, you know, to advise you on what to do. I cannot tell anybody right now to be on chloroquine. You understand what I'm saying now? But there are some medications that some people have said, oh, these medications are effective in helping to fight, you know, you know, virus as such. You understand what I'm saying now? Now I cannot speak to those things. You understand? So I think that some professionals could. And so for those of us who, if we care, let us visit some of these health professionals, doctors, pharmacists, and all of that, and let's get some advice from them. If some of these medications too could actually help. The reason why I am stressing this, the reason why the government of Edo State is doing this, the reason why some people all across are doing this, is because we want to see that we all bring ourselves to that consciousness, you know, of health and safety, not just for ourselves, but for our own environment, for the entire world of Nigeria and indeed Africa. I can say, to be very honest, that I can say that COVID-19 is not a matter for prayer. It's not a prayer matter. It's not COVID-19 is not a prayer matter. I just want to quickly chip that in. It's important. You know, we understand that COVID-19 is an ailment that we need to tackle it practically. Nobody said we should not pray, but say we want pray, make COVID-19 come out. Let's not just waste our time, please. Let's not ridicule religion, as it were, because that's what a lot of us do. And some of us who come to the people to come and pray, let us pray to eradicate COVID-19, eradicate coronavirus. Some of you will go back to your closet. You will be observing the measures you have to observe, taking medication, building your immune system against COVID-19, and you will lead others to say, "No mind, the COVID-19 not exists." This is why I'm so concerned about those who are saying it not exists, because you are misleading others. The other day it was reported a pastor died in that same Nigeria. If I said pastors in Vania or who in that's in Nigeria of COVID-19. So let's not even if we have some things in our mind, let us not be instruments to misguide the people. We shouldn't misguide the people. It's very important. It's very important. Again, I quickly want to announce that well, we may be aware already. The government of Edo State they've equally postponed schools, school resumption. Okay, and that decision too will be reviewed on the 1st of February to know how the state of things are. And I think these are very good measures. Even right now in the UK, the kids are at home. Nobody's going to school. As a matter of fact, we are now doing online learning. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody's now doing online learning. So I think that probably another thing that government can equally help to do is to provide a platform where most of our children, should be exposed to online learning. I don't know how we will be able to achieve that, but that will be relevant. That will be relevant, please. That will be relevant if we can make arrangement for that, so that people can have access to online learning. Because again, man, COVID-19 is a bastard, man. It's a bastard. Keeping children away from school is not good at all. But there is nothing anybody can do. This is a situation we are right now. Anyway, moving away from COVID-19, for other news around town, in the course of today, we have been informed that the governor of Edo State has sworn in 8 new judges. Okay, 8 new judges appointed to serve the Edo State High Court. Where he assured of the government support for the judiciary. His administration support for the judiciary, and so I want to say congratulations to those. To these 8 new judges that have taken the oath of office today, and of course to serve the interest of Edo State, as it were. And so that's another news, another development in Edo State. So just wanted to quickly inform us of that as well, as it were. So that is part of what the government, is doing. And so, my people, please, I want to appeal to us for those who are in doubt. Please, let's not be in doubt. This matter is serious. It's really, honestly, very serious. So I want to appeal to us. Let us take this matter seriously, the COVID-19 matter. The other matter I really want to touch on before I end this broadcast today is that the street lighting project that we embarked on, some time ago is ongoing. I think somebody's calling in. Let me take this caller from Germany. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Hello. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, my brother. I'm watching your program, eh?
Thank you, sir.
I just want to contribute something concerning this vaccine you are announcing that people should take. Eh?
Go ahead, sir.
This vaccine you are recommending people to take in Africa. My brother, you are in Europe. Are you not listening to the news? I will send you every document from white men that they said in television, CNN, that the vaccine is not good in human system. You understand that we should not take it. CNN carried
the news.
Platform now. When I spoke with you, finish. I will post to you. You will read it
in English. I said CNN carried the news.
Wait, not only.
Are you quoting CNN?
I'm telling you, when I post it, you will read it by yourself. A white man said that the vaccine is not good in human system. It will taking your this.
I just tired. Another caller has come in, direct call. Hello. Hello, sir.
Hello, Cap.
Good evening, sir.
This is Pascal. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, sir.
Okay.
Go ahead, Mr. Pascal. I greet you. Good evening.
Yeah, I'm watching your program right now. I just quickly want to make a comment regarding the COVID-19 official guidelines.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just quickly want to point out some issue here. I am a technologist here in the United States.
Yes, sir.
And I need you to understand something. In the United States, we have 50 states in the United States.
Yes.
Now, what is the logic behind states that lock down completely, having more deaths, having more COVID-19 cases, than states that refuse to lock down at all, like Arizona, Ohio, and other states? About 23 states refuse to lock down in the United States.
Yes.
They have no deaths of COVID-19. All the states in the United States are locked down completely. They shut down schools, shut down churches, shut down businesses. Only big businesses were allowed to operate. They have more deaths, more COVID-19 cases. What is the logic behind all of those stuff? Let me be frank with you here. I was actually saying I was going to contact the doctor on tomorrow, which is Tuesday, to tell him that I'm not against him putting up the guidelines outside, just put up the guidelines, but he should not say he wants to make enforcement of those guidelines. He's going to jeopardize the economy of Edo State. He needs to focus on governance. The people love him. I love him too. I supported him. You understand what I'm saying? He needs to focus on the governance, provide the necessary just guidelines, and also tell people to stay safe. That's necessary. I'm not saying that there's no COVID-19. But when people are locked down in their houses, I can tell you your immune system to technology. You need to understand, once you're locked down in your houses, your immune system diminishes. If you eventually contract the virus, you're going to go very bad. Because the first thing that responds to the virus is your immune system. So if your immune system is not powered on to resist the virus, you're going to go bad. So African continent live in a different climatic environment from Europe or from United States. So yes, you can put up the guidelines, but there should be no kind of like forcing people to stay back home, because they're going to have more deaths when you force people to stay back home. They're going to have more deaths, because now if you take a look at this United States, they ask the top infectious disease specialist, which is Dr. Fauci, does a protest cause the spread of virus? Do you know his answer to the Senate? To the Senate? He said he has no scientific evidence that a protest spread the virus. They ask him, so why you tell people not to gather?
Is it? Are you talking about inauguration?
I'm not talking about inauguration. I'm talking about Dr. Fauci, the specialist, infectious disease specialist of the United States.
Yes.
You understand? He was summoned by the Senate right here, and they asked him, does protest cause the spread of virus? He said he has no scientific evidence to prove that protest can cause spread of the virus.
But Pascal, Pascal, listen.
Yes.
You've been talking. I just wanted to listen to you. You know, first and foremost, I live in the UK. Okay. Now I cannot provide a rationale for you. I think I did hear that in the news as well. I saw it on Fox News. I cannot provide a rationale for you or anybody why COVID-19 is spreading in some states more than it is spreading in other states. Okay. But what I can tell you is this. One, I have had COVID-19. Okay, I have a personal experience with COVID-19. One. Second aspect is this, is that I am a living witness to the ravaging power of COVID-19. A living witness. It's not like the report given by the news or whatever. Okay, I work in the health sector. Okay, I have a lot of people that I see a day and the next day I don't see them because they have died, from COVID. You understand what I'm saying? I just shared some story just now. I want to drop my wife off somewhere very far, where she works as well in the health sector, where she was to work, and she was told that the residents in that place, barely 2 months before, they were about 29, and on that day when she was going there, they became 8, and they were all sick of COVID. And before that very night, it passed out, 1 out of the 8 of them equally died. You understand the picture of what I'm saying now? So what I'm trying to talk about is this: is that the ravaging power of COVID, okay, I have no doubt in my mind. You understand? And someone who has seen it, you understand what I'm saying, and all the reports. So there is nothing out of place that the government of Edo State is putting up these measures. And I'll tell you why. Time was when just one person had COVID-19 in the UK. Time was when it was less than just 100 cases, okay, reported. And time was when from just 100 cases, it jumped to like 500 cases. And from 500 cases, I'm coming. We started seeing thousands. I'm coming, sir.
I understand all those.
Yeah, we started seeing thousands. No, I'm coming. There's a point I'm going to. And there's a point I'm going to. I think we in Africa, we have been very, very lucky, and I think that a lot of factors are responsible for that. One of them is that probably, we are directly exposed to vitamin D, natural vitamin D coming from the sunlight. Okay, we have more organic food. Okay, our environment is a bubbly environment. Of course, I understand the point you made about what's it called, staying indoors, diminishing immunity, immune response, and all those kinds of things. I understand those things. So we have some peculiarities in Africa probably that have been able to help us, that to this day we cannot say we have had a first wave. Okay, but before that we have been very lucky with that. Does not mean that we are going to be complacent. I'll tell you why. Now,
that's what I'm saying.
now, sir, just listen. Now, okay, there's a variant in
that's why I make US. as an example to you.
There's a point I'm making with my statement. Can you listen, Pascal? There's a point I'm making now. Now, yes. There's a variant they say it came from South Africa that is ravaging the UK right now. Okay? Now, the UK has stopped all vehicles coming from Brazil because another variant has already come out from Brazil that have been discovered and all that. Now, cases are increasing in Nigeria. Lagos right now is going to shut down very soon. Lagos right now is on the edge. Edo State in the last 72 hours, even with almost non-existent testing capacity, okay, they've recorded over 70 cases in the last 72 hours. Okay? Now, the fear is this. If we have a wave at all, all this grammar one would speak so, it's not going to make sense again. So some of us are concerned about that because that was exactly the same way.
Yes.
It started in America, it started in the UK, it started in Europe.
I understand all of those.
So your assertion.
I'm just trying to let you know something.
Yes.
I'm a technologist. I program all those test kits that you're talking about. I'm a programmer.
I don't have any doubt in that.
Now let me finish. Let me just tell you something. I'm not telling you that COVID-19 does not exist. But I'm telling you the approach to the response of COVID-19 in different climatical environments.
Pascal, the reason why.
That's why I said, just let me finish.
Yeah.
Just let me finish. You understand exactly what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah.
In United States, that's why I use 50 states. About 23 states refuse to shut down businesses. And they have lower cases and lower deaths. Some of them don't even have deaths at all in the United States. New York State are locked down.
No. I contest that with I contest that with you, sir. Every state in the US has deaths. I contest that with you, sir.
Now I want you, just let me finish.
Every state in the US has numerous number of deaths.
Nobody has won the election right now. Then the New York State right now, I want you to understand where I'm coming from. New York City, California, they are saying right now that they are part of being shut it down, which means their shutdown was actually related to politics. That they're no longer going to shut down as I speak to you right now.
Pascal, the reason why.
Honestly speaking,
listen, Pascal.
But I'm also for observing protocols, try to, stay.
Yeah, Mr. Pascal, the reason why I will not travel this lane with you, okay? US does not make the world. US have their issues. Everything in the US, you people politicize it. UK, I live in the UK. We are not in any political era right now, okay? COVID-19 is not being politicized. Everybody in the UK, we are all on the same page about this COVID-19 matter. You understand what I'm saying now? So the issues.
My friend got the virus. If we never went with him for him to be treated, he would have died in the hospital. You know what they were waiting for? They said they were waiting for a prescription before they could treat him. We forced him out to give him just malaria drugs. In 24 hours, he was restored back. Otherwise, he would have died in the hospital, right here in the United States.
Anyhow, bro.
Anyway, I don't want to get into this, but let's not. I don't want to get into too much.
I think what I'm doing here, I am reinforcing the rules set by the government of Edo State, and I think it's the right thing for me to do. The government of Edo State has set rules peculiar, to our own system, and I am reinforcing that. I am afraid of COVID. I'm really terrified by it, and I'm hoping that we don't have the kind of wave we have in Europe and America, in Nigeria and in Edo State. And I'm right in my own space to warn, to advise, to beg, to appeal for Edo people to take these measures seriously. And I think I'm standing very rightly too to support the policies of the government of Edo State. You understand what I'm saying on this matter? What I don't listen to be very honest with you, and I refuse to listen to them, is because of, it's all the theories that are bound. There are so many theories about this matter. Oh, it is this, it is that. Too many. And to be honest, as most of these theories,
I want you to understand one thing. You say you work in the health sector. You need to understand one thing. If there's a theory, there's a theory. That's the truth. I'm referring to conspiracy theories. You want better. You want Edo State to be better. I want Edo State to be better. I'm concerned. I don't want any bad thing to happen in Edo State. I supported the governor. I went extra mile to make sure that he's not pushed out of the office. That's for that. I'm still gonna get in touch with him tomorrow, but I do not want him to.
Bro, Pascal, did you say you are from Texas?
People on the street.
Pascal,
What happened last time? That was horrible. People go to the market. They threw up things on the street, food stuff, because of COVID-19. That's all bullshit.
Bro, if you
what happened in the United States where they have so much debt.
Okay, Mr. Pascal, can we have this discussion later, please? So let me just conclude my live broadcast, and we can have it privately.
No problem.
Okay, I appreciate your position. Look, viewers, I want to quickly appeal to everybody. Okay, I don't share most of what Pascal, is saying. I don't share most of it. I don't want anybody to demystify the intensity of this matter, because at the end of the day, when it becomes red, it's going to be really, really thoroughly red. I remember that here in the UK, it started with just a few cases. People were like, man, let us shut down, and the government was dilly-dallying. By the time it overwhelmed everybody, it became like almost too late to shut down. And at that time, hundreds of people were already dying. Okay? And so for me, anybody, any state can actually have that same experience. How can we say, even without very serious testing capacity, we have, first, we have had over 70 cases in less than 70 hours. That is alarming in a place where our capacity for testing is inadequate. I am very concerned about that, because if it starts like that, it probably therefore means where we probably already have 1,000 cases out there that we don't yet know, and all of that. And we have so many people in the society that are vulnerable, old people, elderly people, and all that. So I think that the measures that the government is taking, okay, they are sound, they are appropriate, they are good. So if it requires that we shut down to keep this thing under control, okay, reasonably, and all of that. And again, for whatever we're going to be doing, my own quarrel with our system is that we need to adapt things to the kind of system that we have. Okay? We need to. The man who called me earlier was talking about, one white man was saying. There are a lot of conspiracy theories here and there. So many of them and all of that. We cannot go by way of conspiracy theories. Now, I'll tell you why I will not go by conspiracy theories. There have been pandemics in this world before. The same approach of, let's get a cure, let's get a vaccine. Whichever one comes first comes. And they put some of this under control, as it were. Now, I would expect that as Africans, if we have doubts, we should pressure our system, pressure our government, pressure our own authorities to see how we can begin to carry out our own research, to do something that will definitely, align with the way we are as a people. But we are not doing that. Now, people are saying, we can't take. He's just saying right now, in some states in America, if he's talking of Texas, I have it on record that Texas has recorded a lot of deaths. A lot. You understand what I'm saying now? So these are some things too that it is very difficult for some of us to abide by. Anybody calling me now, you're calling me to come and tell me that there's a video here, there's a video there. People did those videos. I could actually enter my house and do some videos like that. To tell you how bad this matter is, I have a group, in Nigerian Association in Newcastle. I am the president of the association. In our group, this WhatsApp group page, somebody posted something on that page with what's it called, a link, a government gateway, a government website link, gov.com of the UK, and they wrote about so many information. The disadvantages of a vaccine is not good for this. It's not good for pregnant women. You cannot take it. A lot of. So I had to click on the link. The link was existing. I read everything on that particular link, and I found out that the information they attached to that link and posted to the group was not exactly what was in the link. And a lot of people will see that link because it's just the link is carrying a gov.com, UK government website. They will just read the misinformation on the body. You understand what I'm saying now? And they will just swallow it and run with that. But I took the pace to go through the website. There was no information on that website reflected the misinformation that person posted, and immediately alerted that this thing should not be spread because it's misinformation. And so I don't know, for whatever reason, you understand what I'm saying now, people are spreading information are banned. Okay, now I have nothing to say, oh, this one is right or this one is wrong. What I follow is what the rules of engagement are. Okay, the approved rules of engagement. Government has said this, government has said that. Oh, somebody called earlier, I was saying, man, the vaccine has this, doing this, is damaging this, is damaging that. And it was saying, CNN, I said, are you sure CNN mentioned that? Because I stay with CNN like almost 247. Okay? As a matter of fact, the news that came out yesterday even said that one of the vaccines is even showing signs of greater immunity, greater immune response. You understand what I'm saying? That they had envisaged. This was just yesterday here in one of the. I think it was on CNN. I saw that yesterday or day before yesterday, and all that. So this is the way people conspire and do these things. At the end of the day, we have thousands of people dying on a daily basis, and you are coming out to say, man, don't take vaccine, don't, and yet you are not saying this is the alternative to vaccine. This is what you should take, but you are saying don't take vaccine. So at the end of the day, I think that you who is propagating this whole matter of anti-vaccine, whatever, you are the true enemy of the people. You are the true enemy of the people. The vaccine rollout have started since. Millions of people have taken it, and all of that. There might be, in the course of time, one or two persons, very minute and isolated cases, that the vaccine may not be compatible with. It happens everywhere. Even anti-malaria drugs may not even become compatible with some people. Sometimes you go to the hospital, they ask you, do you react to medication? They look at you sometime in the hospital, they don't give you any kind of medication, as it were. So it happens in isolated cases, but that does not entirely rule out the entire process, as it were. I have many Nigerian friends of mine that have taken the vaccine. Many of them. And I've told my people, the people under my leadership, I say, well, for those who have doubts, you may just protect yourself and wait for some time. And wait for some time. You understand what I'm saying now? Wait for some time. After some time, then you probably can make up your mind on the vaccine matter. But I am not even talking about vaccine right now, because in Edo State, in Nigeria, there is no vaccine yet. Government has not procured anything for Edo people or Nigerians to take, as it were. So I think that for now, what we have is protecting our people, protecting ourselves, following the rules and the guidelines set by government, and all of, and obeying those rules with all tenacity, as it were, so that we can protect ourselves, protect the people, protect the environment, protect everybody, and our health and safety will be something that is guaranteed. So I appeal for those of us who may be carrying on our heads, these theories of this, of that, please look, we are not helping ourselves. Let's not spread that, and that's why I say no commentary of that on my wall. You understand what I'm saying now? Let us look, whatever government is doing right now, okay, it is the right thing to make sure that the health and safety, of the people is top priority, and I think that's the right way to go. So and that's the way we are going to continue to go, by the grace of God, until by the grace of God the world is able to fight coronavirus and fight it to a standstill. So my people, I actually thought I was going to be giving some updates on our lighting program, but time is fast spent. We're going to just round off on our broadcast because time is fast spent. We started this broadcast about just over an hour ago. So hopefully in the course of tomorrow we're going to do more updates on our lighting program, which is ongoing. And so my people, I want to say a very big thank you to everybody who's been part of this program tonight. May God bless you. May God bless Edo State. May God protect us from the ravaging powers of COVID-19. And of course, may God endow us with the wisdom to know exactly what to do to keep safe at all time. My name is Comrade Lamte Oriaki. It's been a Comrade show. May God bless Nigeria and Nigerians. I'll see you hopefully tomorrow. Have a good night.
Comrade Show with Comrade Lamte Oriaki. Live on Facebook and YouTube. Like us, follow us, and be the first to